Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today's my lecture is about homeostasis. Here, homeo means same and stasis means stay. The word does not imply something set and immobile. That means a stagnation. It means a condition which may vary but which is relatively constant. This is not stable, not rigidity. It can vary within narrow limit, that means within normal physiological range. Homeostasis is the process by which an organism maintains the compositions of extracellular fluid and intracellular fluid in a steady state conditions. Composition of extracellular fluid is maintained by cardiovascular, pulmonary, renal, gastrointestinal, endocrine and nervous system, which acting in coordinated fashion. And intracellular fluids composition is maintained by cell membrane, which mediate the transport of materials between the extracellular fluid and intracellular fluid by diffusion, osmosis and active transport process. Maintaining of homeostasis depends upon activities of cells and organs. In 1929, the American physiologist Walter Cannon coined the term homeostasis, which means maintenance of relatively constant condition of internal environment. This is the definition of homeostasis. It is the extension of Claude Bernard idea. The concept of homeostasis formed the basis of physiology because it explained why variation of physiological functions are to be maintained within a normal range, and in case if any function deviates from this range, how it is brought back to normal. Homeostasis is not the responsibility of a single system, but that all the organ system and tissues of the body operate cooperatively to effect internal constancy. Normal body functions require the integrated actions of cells, tissues, organs and multiple nervous, hormonal and local control systems that together contribute to homeostasis and good health. Here, how homeostasis occurs. For instance, the lungs provide oxygen to extracellular fluid to replenish the oxygen used by cells, and kidney maintain the constant ion concentration. Gastrointestinal system provide nutrients. The various ion, nutrient, waste product and other constituents of body are normally regulated within a range of value rather than a fixed value. For some of the body's constitute, this range is extremely small. For example, variation in blood hydrogen ion concentration are normally less than 5 nanomoles per liter. And blood sodium concentration is also tightly regulated, normally varying only a few millimoles per liter, even with large changes in sodium intake. But this variation of sodium concentration are at least 1 million times greater than for hydrogen ion concentration. Powerful control system exists for maintaining the concentration of sodium and hydrogen ions, as well as for most of the other ions, nutrients and substances in the body at the level that permit the cells, tissues and organs to perform their normal functions despite wide environmental variation and challenge from injury and diseases. Each cell benefits from homeostasis, and in turn each cell contributes its share towards the maintenance of homeostasis. Status of body conditions is continually monitored, evaluated, changed, then remonitored and re-evaluated. This is a continuous process. Disease is often considered to be a state of disrupt homeostasis. However, even in the presence of disease, homeostatic mechanisms continue to operate and maintain vital function through multiple compensation. In some cases, these compensation may themselves lead to major deviation of the body's functions from normal range, making it difficult to distinguish the primary cause of disease from the compensatory response. For example, disease that impair the kidney's ability to excrete salt and water may lead to high blood pressure, which initially helps return excretion to normal so that a balance between intake and renal excretion may be maintained. This balance is needed to maintain life, but over long period of time, the high blood pressure can damage the various organs, including kidneys, causing even greater increase in blood pressure and more renal damage. Thus, homeostatic compensation that ensure after injury, disease, or major environmental challenge to the body may represent a trade-off that is necessary to maintain vital body functions but may in long term contribute to additional abnormalities of body function. The discipline of pathophysiology seeks to explain how the various physiological processes are altered in disease or injury. Understanding the concept of homeostasis also forms the basis of clinical diagnostic procedure. For example, increased body temperature beyond normal range, as in case of fever, indicates that something is wrong in the heat production and heat loss mechanism in the body. It introduces the physician to go through diagnostic proceeding and decide about the treatment. For the functioning of homeostatic mechanism, the body must recognize the deviation of any physiological activity from the normal limits. Fortunately, body is provided with three components. At first, appropriate detector or sensor which recognize the deviation. Secondly, this detector senses the deviation and alerts the integrating center. Thirdly, the integrating center immediately sends information to the concerned effector to either accelerate or inhibit the activity so that the normalcy is restored. Here, a feedback system consists three components: sensor, integrator, and effector. Thank you for your patient sharing.